Harry Smith here with you. This past weekend was filled with tons of exciting football from college, such as LSU and Bama, and then professional with Packers, Lions, and Bears. But there was also some exciting high school games. Teams in the UP competing for the district championship to move closer to that state title. Now, who survived this weekend, you may ask? Well, let's find out, shall we? Lake Linden came to play, especially with those signs, as Ishpeming hosts the district championship. It's going to be Hematites on offense and Big 12 Otto Swanson. What they carry on the left side gets into the end zone for the first score of the game. They wouldn't get the two-point conversion and make it 8-0 Ishpeming. Later, Lake's with the ball, and he's going to go ahead and find Caleb Gregory, who beats an Ishpeming defender for the score. They would not get the two-point conversion, though, and that would haunt them later on. Few possession later, Lakes, they want to go up on Ishpeming, but what kills the drive? Turnovers, as QB Carter Crouch fumbles and is scooped up by Jacob Colger, and that's going to move them closer now. We move into third. Ishpeming wants to throw, but what did I say before? Turnovers, picked off by Caleb Klein, who returns it all the way to the Ishpeming's 23-yard line. They would capitalize on this pick, however, as Crouch, he drops back in the pocket. He looks to his left side, and he finds William Lyons on the left, who's going to get in the end zone for the score, 12-8 Lakes, as they miss the two-point conversion again. Next Ishpeming drive, they are at the goal line, and they're going to use that senior leadership, Ben Pruitt, to get in the end zone, put his team up 16-12 after they make the two-point conversion. But that wouldn't matter, as Lake Liden-Hubbel on the next drive, they're on the goal line, and Crouch throws to Caleb Gregory again for his second touchdown of the game. But they would miss the two-point conversion for the third time. That's where Ishpeming has the advantage in the fourth quarter. Otto Swanson on the left side gets it in for the big man touchdown. It looks to be short, but hey, I'm not the ref. Lake Linden's last chance to score and upset Ishpeming, but the Hematites kept fighting as Tanner Rombach comes up with the game-winning interception. Hematites beat Lake Liden-Hubbel 30-8, and here's what Coach George Nemi had to say about his challenge moving forward.
For me, it's all new as a head coach. I've been, in the background watching it, so I've got that experience going in. But this is all new for me. All I know is we're going to go down. We're going to play a Beale City team that just beat a real good Johannesburg Lewiston team. We don't know much about them. We got to get into the film room and start to get to work again for next week.
And congrats to George Nemi on his first season as the Ishpeming head coach. Now, over in Iron Mountain, the Mountaineers locked to keep their perfect season alive against Charlevoix. The Raiders were looking to give Iron Mountain a hefty dose of reality. Maybe let them know exactly what defeat feels like. However, Iron Mountain's defense was tighter than gloves on my hand during this goal pell right now. Charlevoix's biggest plays for almost 2.5 quarters were plays like this, small short runs on the outside for gains of 2. However, plays ended like this as well. You're going to see a great tackle by John Carlson with the big loss, and that brought it up for a long third down. Charlevoix already down 40-0 at the half, but what stopped momentum is interception. Next play by Jace Dumace. Fantastic job reading the quarterback's eyes and just stepping in the right way. Big turnover. Keep in mind the Mountaineers were already up big. Now Iron Mountain looking to do more on offense as Marcus Johnson to Doom Ace, that big gainer, and it would set up an Iron Mountain score. But they weren't done, as Johnson, being the all-UP player he is, going to drop back to Dante Bosanase. Nothing but green grass in front of him, tiptoeing the sideline down at the 1-yard line. A little controversy, though. He hit the pylon, but he was ruled down. No matter, as Mr. MJ Marcus Johnson, very next play, QB sneak, touchdown, balance as all things should be. Iron Mountain led 48-0. Then they took their foot off the gas, letting the Raiders score 20. Ultimately, Iron Mountain wins 48-20. And now in 8-man, this most highly anticipated game of the weekend, two teams who played each other early on, and it was a close one. 6-point win for North Central early in the season. Jordan Jimmy Story with that touchdown, as you see. However, the Jets would rebound immediately. As you're going to see, Gorzinski, he's going to take it all the way down the right side, all the way. No, he's going to get stopped at the 1 line. So we got to show you this next one. It's going to be a nice little play to the right, Gorzinski, all the way on the right for the touchdown, and there will be a failed two-point conversion. I'm tired of seeing that, making it tied at 6-6. For the next 8 or so possessions, it was all defense. These two teams were in a stalemate, locked right around the 50-yard line. Neither team letting one gain an inch. 4th down after 4th down stop, and it was a real step back from the 2 possessions that you saw on the scores. And it was just a great defensive battle. It's not something something that you're really used to seeing in 8-man, used to seeing really high-scoring games, but they came to play hard-nosed defense in this one. They want to move on, get closer to that state championship. But eventually, one team would break through. And who would that be? Pickford, baby. With who else? Jimmy Story was the story in this one, carrying that Panther offense on his back, especially on to get the 56-yard run. They would win 22-14. And now we have Calumet hosting the Menomonee Maroons on this very, very chilly Saturday afternoon. First, Calumet at the goal line, and he's going to hand it off to Jaden Garepi for the walk-in touchdown. Next, Menomonee, they're going to receive the kickoff, but turnovers kill, fumbled, and it's recovered by the Copper Kings. That Copper Kings team was hyped, all excited, but it won't last long. As the Maroons defense, they were doing some wonders this game. They had lots of great stops on this one, but it wouldn't really matter to the Copper Kings because they was a force all season. As right here on the goal line again, and Copper Kings gonna hand it to Mr. Garepi again for another score. Calumet beating on me 39-14 to advance to the regionals against Maple City Glen Lake. And now in other high school scores, Sault Ste. Marie traveled to Cadillac and they lost 21-6.